It's October 10th, and Tesla just wrapped up their We Robot event. We're going to talk about everything that was announced at that event and what things were not announced at event, and whether it was a win for Tesla or a lot of questions left unanswered. All that coming up right now. Let's get into it. All right, so Tesla just wrapped up their We Robot event, announcing the future of autonomy. And that included many announcements, some without details. And the first of that was the CyberCab. Think of this as a two-door, really small coupe sedan with gull-wing doors, but designed with a cyber feel. So the CyberCab is like a two-door coupe Cybertruck, just not a truck. Now, this thing was driving completely autonomously. It had no steering wheel, no pedals, and it was there to take you from point A to point B and drive you around the Warner Brothers lot. Now, this was really cool to see, but a lot of questions were left unanswered, like how much is this CyberCab? Is it going to be available to the end user? How do you hail a CyberCab? What does the app look like? When will it be available? What we did get was that it would be able to be charged wirelessly, inductive charging, but a lot of questions like, can I, as an individual, buy one of these? I don't know. That was left unanswered. But what wasn't left unanswered was that Model 3 and Model Y would be one of the first vehicles in their current lineup that will be able to support this RoboTaxi-ism, if you want to call it that. But what wasn't covered is which Model 3s and Ys. 2024, 2023? Will my 2018 Hardware 3 Model 3 be able to support RoboTaxi? Because that's what I was promised in 2018. We don't know. We know that Model 3 and Model Y will be the first ones to be available, and that this will be coming to California and Texas, obviously following regulatory approvals and so forth. And I'm very curious to know how that's going to be, how hard it's going to get. We don't know when that's going to be. We don't know when these vehicles are going to be built, but we do know that they had 50 of these Cybercabs at the We Robot event driving around the Warner Brothers lot. Everyone that was there got to take a ride or is getting to take a ride. They're driving as we speak in these vehicles, and pretty wild to see no driver, no steering wheel, no pedals. I mean, we've got Waymo that's doing that, but there's still steering wheel and pedals. So really curious to hear feedback as to how those went. Now, number two, this was kind of a surprise, but this RoboVan that was announced per se, but this giant, really space age looking. I mean, when I say that, when I was little and I watched, movies of the future, like Total Recall, like Fifth Element, these are the vehicles that I envisioned to see in the future, and Tesla's building them. And that's exactly what this RoboVan looks like. It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. It's wild. The doors open off of the side, and it can hold up to 20 people. We saw people coming out of there. I believe 20 people exited that vehicle. Really cool. However, we don't know when this will be available. We don't know the cost. We don't know the range of the RoboVan or the CyberCab. We don't know any of those details. We just know that Tesla is working on and has developed and is going to build the RoboVan that looks exactly like that. We don't know also if this is going to be an end user van or if this is something that it's going to be managed by a fleet, because it doesn't look to have a driver. There's no driver's seat, so it'll be completely autonomous. Is this something that you would buy and keep at the house and just get in and be able to transport your whole family? The way that Elon described it is that it would be used to transport teams to events, large groups of people, maybe a sort of like a van pool or something of that nature. So I feel like this vehicle might be more commercial than it is for individual. But that was the second element. And then the third, wrapping up the whole event that was kind of present all throughout the event, of course, all of this is surrounded around AI, right? How AI is driving our vehicles, but not only the vehicles, the robots. That's right. The Optimus robot was there and present at the event. Not only were they there, meaning many of them, they were dancing, they were making drinks, and they were interacting with individuals that were there at the event, like playing rock, paper, scissors, communicating. This was wild because not too long ago, when Optimus was first announced, it was somebody dressed up like a robot. Didn't even exist. And here we are with a robot that's amongst us, that's walking around us, that Elon has promised would be able to be purchased. And we still don't know when that'll be purchased. We don't know the actual end cost. So those questions are still left unanswered. But it was really cool to see how much has been accomplished with the Optimus robot. Seeing it make drinks, take orders, seeing it play rock, paper, scissors with people. That was very cool. Now, I was listening to the voice of the robot. I don't know if that was somebody behind the scenes, like talking through it, or if that was actually programmed. I'd love to understand and know more. But just some really, really wild, cool stuff that was at the event. Now, saw some cool stuff. Still many questions unanswered. I'm sure we'll learn more as the days go on through Elon on Twitter, but I'm curious to know, what do you think? What out of those three things excited you most? I think for me, the cars seemed very concept-y. They will come, but I don't think they're going to come very soon. I think it's going to still take a couple years. So I think companies like Waymo, not a threat yet, but they will come and they will be cool. And I can see the future looking very futuristic. But I was really excited to see Optimus and see it interact and actually function in real life than mundane activities of picking up a box. Sound off in the comments. What do you think? Were you there at the event? Did you watch the event? What was your favorite thing? What do you think about Tesla's We Robot event? I was excited, but at the same time a little disappointed with the lack of details. But yeah, let me know down in the comments down below. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And I'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully, I'm invited to the next event, because I wasn't this one. Tesla, show me some love. See ya.